Hello everyone! Today I'm making some 3D swallows that you can try as well. And I had so much fun with this piece and I was really shocked how well the background worked out. Let me show you how I did it. The original is available for sale right now on my website. A very special welcome if you are new to my channel. What's the plan for today? So I've done a lot of blue things in the last few weeks, starting new year. I've done everything blue related. So today is going to be something different. First of all, I want to show you the colors for today. So what we have, mainly gold and silver, titanium white, Mars black, maybe Mars black, I'm still not sure, a little bit of burnt umber and pink blush. And as usual, I will intermix the colors a bit, so I'll show you the end result. This is a little bit of burnt umber with white and hint of black. This is this pink blush with, again, some white and a hint of black, just to make a shade. It's more neutral, less vibrant. Look at the difference now. And the other ones I didn't mix. Now I will tell you what I'm thinking. And this is again a 50 by 20 lightweight canvas. I want a very muted kind of marble background, maybe granite and marble, just some kind of a stony tones. So let's just say that. I don't want very clear veins, I want it very pale. And then of course I want something on top. That's why I don't want the background to be so overpowering. So how am I going to do it? Let's just do a dirty cup. Before I'm going to fill the cup, I want to show you the consistency and I'll tell you what's in it. This is gold. It doesn't look like gold. It looks very beigey now, but this is my absolutely favorite gold. That's the paint. 1 part of paint to 1 part of Floetrol. And lots of questions about Floetrol. So this is the British Floetrol called Overtrol. It is thicker than the American one and it's thicker than the Australian one. Once I add 1 part of Floetrol, then I add my pouring medium. And my pouring medium is a mix of water and PVA glue, 50-50. And I do use archival PVA glue. You can find them in the link of this video. So that's the consistency. You see how nicely it runs off the stick. It's completely uninterrupted. And there's a very, very small build-up. Really small one. All right, so all the paints are mixed in the same way and they have the same consistency. Because I'm going to make it messy today. Yes, oh, I don't like it messy, but sometimes I'm putting the canvas higher. I usually do it when I use my crazy hair dryer. I might still use a hairdryer, you know, you never know. I just put a very, very thin coat just to make it, well, I would say moist, but I like it kind of, I think it'll be better. Will spread better if it's a bit moist. It's a really small amount. Oops. Forgive me the sound. Very satisfying. Let's start with the colors. These are my very, very small cups. I bet you can guess. Yes, they are lit from cosmetic products that I constantly reuse. Okay, so titanium white. I want a lot of white, you know, a lot of white. I do have this little brown. Maybe it's not the most marbly color, but I do want a bit of it. Now some gold. I'm wondering whether I should use 2 cups maybe. We'll see how that goes. Some silver. I'm not pouring from high. As you can see, I don't want those colors to really mix too much, but this is pearl white. I think it will look good. Oh, I forgot about this baby. Wow. That's a lot. I hope I didn't lose any footage, so I'm just drizzling some white over those black lines. Just a fun experiment. We'll see if it works. We have pearl white, silver, brown, this cute color, gold, white, silver. This is going to be plenty. And a bit of white on top. So I'm going to open the cup and release. Let's use a trick. Ta-da! And now where do I want it? Somewhere here. I can't take it off. This is so funny. Okay, I can. So 1, drag a bit. Whoa, that's so pretty. Okay. Gorgeous colors. Oh my goodness, I love it. Okay. I should be releasing the second one. It's actually darker than I thought. Maybe too much brown. So the second one will go this way. Yeah. Oh, this is so pretty. This is so pretty. You can see I don't like wasting anything, so I'm going to scrape the edges so that it glides even better. Don't worry, this will all go towards this direction, but it's so pretty. I know I could use some contraptions to hold it. Oh no. Oh, I don't think I've ever had anything that messy. Goodness me, look at the table. But the effect. Oh my. Okay, I'm just holding it to stretch some of the effects. This is probably the prettiest stone you've seen, huh? This is gorgeous. I love the canvas. Oh my goodness. I need to scrape the table. Ah, okay. It's, for me, it's huge. I'm sorry. I know some of you will say, oh, you are exaggerating, but that's what I'm doing. I'm just collecting all the paint. That will give me a really nice new shade. And I don't waste anything. It's actually not that much. I cleaned the table and I've recycled half a cup. How often do you change your painting plan because your background is too pretty? That does not often happen to me. So at the moment, once it's dry, I have to really rethink what I was planning to put on it, because at the moment I don't want to cover it too much. See you tomorrow. I want to show you how beautifully shiny it is in places. Some shimmering gold, but very subtle. As I said, I'm super happy with this. So I was going to add some elements onto it, and I was drawn towards various items, but in the end I kind of fancy making some swallows. Yes, swallows. It's going to be a continuation of my bird series. I started with the doves on the long canvas, and now I think, yeah, this one will look really nice with some swallows. So let's put this away. Time to plan the birds. I want to address an issue here because I've got so many questions and requests for templates in almost every of my videos. And I must tell you, I actually draw my items. I look at some examples, I look at pictures online, and I just design my own. If you don't like it, you can of course trace, there are plenty of images you can trace from, they are templates. And I'm also thinking maybe at some point I'll make my designs available as well. So if you want to share your thoughts on this, please write in the comments. This is a very quick sketch. Again, yes, I know, on a baking paper instead of tracing paper. Why do I sketch so lightly? Because I change so often and I don't want to rub it off constantly, so it's easier for me to go over. So I might go for the bigger one and the simpler one. And I also am thinking maybe I'll make the wings longer, just some more fancy. But the main question is, how do I want to make those birds? I could paint them, I could use glue gun, I could do the outlines in gold. I'm very tempted today to make something more 3D, and I could use the paste as I did for the doves. How about using some clay and just cut them out? That might be even easier for many of you. All right, let's just see if this bird is the right size. You can still adapt it. One big, one smaller, maybe 4. I don't know, we'll see where I want them. Let's just make them first. This is the air drying clay, and I'm going to show you the easiest way to make a design and cut it out. I think I'm just so keen on clay because I was making clay masks with my classes today. I really like real clay, but this is good as well. We don't need kiln to fire it, even though this is probably my third or second time using air drying clay. So I definitely don't use it often at all. I actually have a real rolling pin, look. So now I'm thinking the best way to keep it the same width is to have pieces of wood, or if you don't have anything, even a ruler, you know, if you want something that thin, use the rulers here to roll. But maybe I don't know how thick I want it, maybe a bit thicker than that. You have absolutely nothing, you could use 2 pencils and just roll like this in between them to keep the same width of the clay, just like that. Let's see how thin it will go with the other ruler. Of course, provided that the rulers are the same thickness. We don't want our design to be as flat as a pancake, so maybe I'll give up now. That's probably enough for one bird. That's a decent thickness, so let me cut the bird and I'll show you the super easy way. I'll just tell you that my students love it because it's so quick and you don't have to struggle. This one will be perfect. I put some tape so it doesn't move, and now I'm just going to use a needle, and all I'm doing is poking my design like that. You can also use a pencil and draw, but this is really satisfying, I think. So just poke along the lines. I'll make it a bit longer this way. Now we'll cut it out carefully, and then we can remove that. Of course the edges will be smoothed out, so don't worry about that. Right, so I quite like this long tail here. Not the tail, the wing, like really long. I could also use polymer clay, so I think it's going to look awesome. They're really long. Yeah, look at that. Can kind of shape them. All right, and we've got this huge chunk. I could probably cut a small bird out of it. Oh, don't break, don't break. I think it's cute. So I'm going to do the same with the rest. But overall, I think I'm happy with the shape. I'm going to leave it like this to dry, and I'm going to proceed with bird number 2. And now I've got a really small baby one. Well, it won't be a baby, it will be just one in the distance, I think. I wonder how many of you will be making some birds in this style, or maybe like I did the doves. I haven't seen the doves response yet. This dove video is very popular. It makes me very happy because I really like it. Also, if you haven't watched my latest video, there was an angel, and that was a challenge, completely different. I used aluminium foil. That might be of interest. Okay, so that's a little one. Hope you can see it with my one light dead. I rolled another section and I just realized I don't actually have much space here, and I also want this bird to be the longest. So what I'm doing, I'm just cutting this part that I'm not going to use anyway and attaching it here where the tail is going to be. Need to smooth it out just like that. So now I can actually make the biggest bird. Okay, so the last bird, let me just cut it quickly. Look at my head. So I'm leaving them to dry, and we can start positioning them and thinking what else to add. I took the birds off the silicone mat. That's what we have. I'm positioning them here because I want to paint them. I thought it's easier to paint them now and attach them to the painting than doing the other way around. But at the moment I also have to decide whether I see the top of the swallow or maybe its tummy, because the tummy will be white. Yes, so the tail will be definitely black. Look, I used a bit of a cling film, so I don't have to worry about the edges at all. Perhaps one layer will be absolutely enough, maybe enough. I know you can see like a huge line now, but once I lift it up, it's going to be nice. Now I'm using a smaller brush for the edge, so I want to be quite careful here. Really curious what the bird will look like once I lift it up. For the chin, I've got this Bordeaux red, and I also have got burnt sienna. I'm not sure which one. Maybe both, because this is too red, this is too brown. That might be the right color. It's pretty dark, isn't it? Too dark. Okay, let's add a bit of white to it. Okay, and now a black section around the head. When I was a kid, I could see them building nests in my grandparents' barn. It was so beautiful. But unfortunately in London I can't see any. Maybe I'll add more white to the tummy later. Okay, let's just do white. White, a creamy white. And now I realized I made a rookie mistake. Something that I always tell my students not to do. Don't add black before you add white. I hope none of them will watch the tutorial. So yes, you add white first. Now in this case I should wait for my black to be completely dry. Alright, so we have this at the moment. I definitely will change that tummy. Everything will change once I add some lines. Look what happens. So if I add this line, it will go back to normal kind of. Let's just leave it like this. Alright, that looks more like a swallow, doesn't it? Okay, time for the second bird. After long deliberation, I've decided to do this one from underneath as well, because this one's going to be completely black. If I paint any more, I think they're going to be just black. In this case, I don't want this one to be just on its own with the white tummy, so let's just put this one same way. Now look what I'm doing. I am actually doing the tummy first. Silly me. And the wing. And if I paint more, no, it doesn't matter, because the edges will be grey anyway. I haven't tried it before. If you don't know me, I only do one piece and I do it during the tutorial. I haven't tried any swallows before at all, so I'm usually halfway through the process. I'm learning something myself and I think, okay, that's the way to do it. I don't want to show you the perfect process where everything goes fine, because I don't think anybody would learn much from that. Sorry, it's just the teacher in me. But you're all so lovely, and I'm so grateful for all your wonderful comments and compliments. And I do apologize here. I do read them all, but I can't reply to all of them. I've got another job during the day. There's no way practically. So I'm really sorry. Or if I do it really late, I'm sorry. But your comments honestly cheer me up, and I'm forever grateful. I've done the black roughly. And now I'm going to repeat this section. I need to add some black around the head. I recommend waiting for the white to dry. If it's still imperfect, I'll go back to it. Another cute bird almost done. And a little bit of black. I don't think I'll even do the eyes. Probably no, nobody will see them. Okay, they're a bit of grey now, yes. So this section is going to be a bit grey. As I said before, this one, and I'll maybe put it closer to me so it's more comfortable, is going to be all black with a tiny bit of brown just on his head. I think they are gorgeous, whether they are underneath or on top. They're beautiful birds anyway. Really easy and quick. I'm covering the head as well. I might add just a little drop of color later on. You can't even see the bird here now. I do apologize. There, look. You see, it's there. That will be the end for today. Well, it's pretty early, but I'm sure you want to see them on clean background. So there is one. Okay, we've got two, and the baby. With this one, I just added a little bit of white here. Sorry, my filthy fingers. It's the third one. Yes, okay, I can leave them to dry. So that's what they look like. At the moment, I can just glue them down and consider that finished. But I'm still not sure if I want to add something more exciting. And I know probably some of you would want some sparkle or some shine. I'll just try and do a quick mock-up of another bird just in gold. But if I don't like it, or if it doesn't look good together, then I won't use it. This time I actually rolled 5 more because I wanted it to be quicker. If I press the bird down. I should have an imprint from the pencil, and I can just follow the lines. There you go. So I'm cutting this out now, and I'm going to put the clay in the oven for half an hour, 20 minutes. As far as I remember, it's 110 degrees. Just in case I decide to do the sun, I use the leftover bits to cut a circle, and I'm going to fire both of them and then see what they look like. I like that gold here. That's the bit that made me think, you know, the gold shimmer. Whether I need a bit more of that, maybe? Maybe. So for 5 more, I am going to prepare a tray with aluminium foil, and then I'm transferring the bird and the sun. I want it different to the other birds, so let's just do that. That looks pretty graceful. And 20 minutes in the oven. Out of the oven. I was considering gold leaf, but I don't know whether it's going to be a bit too harsh on this supple background, so let me try this one first, and I'll probably do a couple of layers. Fimo is super quick, so that's bone dry now. Still don't know about the position of the bird. Oh, might be interesting. I hope you've been enjoying so far. While I'm painting, I just want to say I am so grateful to all my lovely subscribers. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, you make the channel running, and if you enjoy my videos, there's an opportunity to join my Patreon, and then you'll see extended versions and much more. And my patrons are the best bunch ever. Thank you so much for helping support the channel and helping me produce more content for all of you. Well, if you don't know, I do have another job, so this is just my evening activities, my hobby. I work during the day, I work as an art teacher. So that's the second layer, and it's looking so much better, doesn't it? Well, what can I say? I am not happy with this, just so gold. So, change of plan. I am going to paint most of it black. I think it just stands out too much, and the contrast is not what I was looking for. So I'll try to imitate the same pattern on the wings. You have full access to how my mind works, you know. How my, well, I hope creative mind works. Do you know that the channel title, I didn't come up with it at all. It was my son. He made me a gift one Christmas that was Instagram art account and everything related with it, so that was my Christmas present. Wasn't something that I was thinking really about, you know, of doing. So that's the story of AB Creative. How about that? Just the edge. I think I'd prefer that to the whole golden one. I'm putting my birds in their final position, and then I'm going to glue them. I've just bought some strong glue. It says super extra strong multi-purpose, so that should be okay. Kind of wanting to make them overlap just a bit. Let's just put them where I think they should be. This one is coming close to the sun. That's why it's golden. And time for gluing. I think I made some dots here so that I know where to put it. Let me check. Oh. That's the beak. Well, a bit off, but that's it. So I'm going to hold it down underneath, so it's really well attached. Now this one I would like to overlap, so what I have to do, I have to chop that piece out. Let me just mark it, and I want the bird here. You can wipe off the pencil easily. As you can see, I didn't cut it on purpose before, because I wasn't so sure where exactly I wanted. So now I very carefully remove this section. Now we need the sun somewhere here. Holding for 30 seconds. This bird somewhere close to the sun, like that. there we are. I hope you all enjoyed. I certainly had a great time with this piece. If you would like to see extended versions of lots of my weekly tutorials, you can check out my Patreon and support the channel. I would love to hear your opinions on this piece in the comments. And I'll see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.